about this. I find it very perverse that the country that is so good at drugs and killing people can't kill people with drugs. Now, let's set aside for a minute whether we even should be killing people. That's another issue. But, okay, Oklahoma, this started a few weeks ago. They tried to kill a guy and couldn't. They basically tortured him to death. Then it moved on to other states who either halted what they had planned, the killing they had planned, or they were trying to get the drugs. See, our dealer in Europe cut us off from the killing drugs. But it seems perverse to me that we are this vengeful country. Most countries don't do this. But we don't want to think of ourselves that way, so we just want to nudge them over the line easily. We want to put them out to sleep and have you gently go into death, you know?
Well, we're very hypocritical, and the reason that it doesn't go well is that, you know, doctors, the really doctors in the big, you know, medical associations, it's against their ethics to kill people. So these are really people working in the prison who actually don't do it very often. I mean, if you were going to have a heart surgery, you'd want a surgeon who did that a lot. So these are not even very accomplished doctors trying to do.
But we certainly can put people out. I mean, come on, Michael Jackson
we don't want to
every
look
day
at it.
Took a nap based on that.
If the sure thing to do would be like North Korea, put a gun to somebody's head and shoot them. But we're hypocritical. We don't want to see that.
Or just put them out and then kill them.
The B team is running the drill. I mean, we know how to kill people. It sounds grisly to say it. We have assisted suicide in 2 states. Everybody remembers Jack Kevorkian, but the AMA has taken this position that physicians shouldn't be involved, and there's been pressure brought to bear on the big pharma not to supply the medicines that are necessary. But let's not have too much sympathy for the guy in Oklahoma.
We don't have sympathy for the guy. That's not the point. The point is, why can't we just kill people? If you want to kill them and you want to do it humanely, we can definitely put them out. We've all been under. You know, we all can get that where you just count backwards from 10, and by the time you get to 5, you're under. Then when you're under, guillotine. Shoot them. Leave them in a room with a toddler with a gun. You know, just anything. It's so easy to take human life. It's just ridiculous.
People should know, and maybe people do know, but it's a background to this, that we have seen a remarkable slide in the reduction in the number of Americans being executed. It's down nearly 2/3 over the past generation.
We're 5th in the world.
But this is...
behind China, Iran, Iraq, and Saudi Arabia.
As we have seen... because people watch so much local TV, they get a false idea of this. We have seen in the past, since the early 90s, the steepest reduction of crime probably in the history of the Republic. We've got the lowest crime rate since good records began, probably the lowest crime in the whole history of the Republic, going back to the writing of the Constitution. And with that, we are seeing a dramatic reduction in the number of people being sentenced to death. And so I think people, it's the necessary background to all this to understand that this is one of the greatest social policy successes that the United States has ever accomplished, the success against crime since 1990.
And part of the reason we have less crime is because since 1973 and the Supreme Court ruling on abortion, lots of people weren't born who would not have been wanted and would have went into a life of crime, and for that we have to thank Sarah Silverman, ladies and gentlemen.